The Book of Mormon exposes the LDS Church as the church of the devil. 1 Nephi chapter 13, verses 4 through 9. And it came to pass that I saw among the nations of the Gentiles the formation of a great church. And the angel said unto me, Behold, the formation of a church, which is most abominable above all other churches, which slayeth the saints of God, yea, and tortureth them, and bringeth them down, and yoketh them with a yoke of iron, and bringeth them down to captivity. And it came to pass that I beheld this great and abominable church, and I saw the devil, that he was the founder of it. And I also saw gold, and silver, and silks, and scarlets, and fine twined linen, and all manner of precious clothing. And I saw many harlots. And the angel spake unto me, saying, Behold, the gold, and the silver, and the silks, and the scarlets, and the fine twined linen, and the precious clothing, and the harlots, are the desires of this great and abominable church. And also for the praise of the world do they destroy the saints of God, and bring them down into captivity. 1. The church of the devil slayeth the saints. From Brigham Young's endowment ritual, I quote in part, My throat be cut from ear to ear, and my tongue torn out by its roots. Our breasts be torn open, our hearts and vitals torn out, and given to the birds of the air and the beasts of the field. Your body be cut asunder, and all your bowels gush out. Slavery of the saints. From Alma 32, verses 3 and 5. Therefore, they were not permitted to enter into their synagogues to worship God, being esteemed as filthiness. Therefore they were poor. Yea, they were esteemed by their brethren as dross. Therefore they were poor as to the things of the world, and also they were poor in heart. And they came unto Alma, and the one who was the foremost among them said unto him, Behold, what shall these my brethren do? For they are despised of all men because of their poverty, yea, and more especially by our priests, for they have cast us out of our synagogues, which we have labored abundantly to build with our own hands. And they cast us out because of our exceeding poverty, and we have no place to worship our God. And behold, what shall we do? From Malachi chapter 3, verses 10 and 11. Bring ye all the tithes into the storehouse, that there may be meat in mine house. And prove me now herewith, saith the Lord of hosts, if I will not open you the windows of heaven, and pour you out a blessing, that there shall not be room enough to receive it. And I will rebuke the devourer for your sakes, and he shall not destroy the fruits of your ground, neither shall your vine cast her fruit before the time in the field, saith the Lord of hosts. From the LDS.org website, Topics, Tithing. To fulfill this commandment, church members give 1/10 of their income to the Lord through His church. These funds are used to build up the church and further the work of the Lord throughout the world. From Elder Codon, it's south of the border, so I don't know the pronunciation properly, sorry. April 2017 General Conference, The Language of the Gospel. One day, during those difficult times, I heard my parents discussing whether they should pay tithing or buy food for the children. On Sunday, I followed my father to see what he was going to do. After our meetings, I saw him take an envelope and put his tithing in it. Three, lavish temples and congregations and wealthy leaders. And I should point out, at the time of this video, there is the Jordan River Temple dedication going on today. It was remodeled, and I'll discuss that in a bit. From 2 Nephi chapter 5, verse 16. And I, Nephi, did build a temple, and I did construct it after the manner of the temple of Solomon, save it were not built of so many precious things, for they were not to be found upon the land. Wherefore it could not be built like unto Solomon's temple. But the manner of construction was like unto the temple of Solomon, and the workmanship thereof was exceedingly fine. And again I quote from the LDS website, Topics, Tithing. These funds are used to build up the church and further the work of the Lord throughout the world. Here's the Deseret News Mormon Times article by Scott Taylor in March 2018. He updated it on the 15th. I think the original one was on the 12th. And this is concerning the Jordan River Temple remodeling. Renovations include building reinforcements, seismic upgrades, mechanical and electrical upgrades, hard ceiling installations, and the removal of escalators. Additions include a new entrance for the baptistry and a new exit for brides and grooms. Out of the temple's backside on the west end, an opening up to an expansive courtyard. Newly married couples previously emerged from the temple to waiting family and friends at the front entrance, creating congestion problems with regular temple patrons. Interior materials include marble from Italy and Turkey, mahogany from Africa, and fabrics from Thailand and China. Landscaping of the 15 acres site located in West Jordan, in West and South Jordan, includes the planting of some 10,000 perennials. Meanwhile, many of the temple's elements remain the same or have been enhanced. The draped motif design is common to the interior and exterior. The lower level cafeteria will be retained, with similar temple cafeterias are being discontinued at renovation time. The thick, colorful art glass for the windows and towers have been cleaned, with the tower's glass now backlit, and the gold-leafed Angel Moroni statue atop the spire remains only one of 5 in the church, where Moroni holds a set of plates representing the representative of the Book of Mormon. And I'll show you a picture of the leaked Elder Irene paycheck stub. And then I quote Doctrine and Covenants, section 84, verse 86. Therefore, let no man among you, for this commandment is unto all the faithful who are called of God in the church unto the ministry. From this hour take purse or script that goeth forth to proclaim this gospel of the kingdom. So in other words, let no man among you take purse or script. And 1 Nephi chapter 14 verse 10 in closing. And he said unto me, Behold, there are save 2 churches only. The one is the church of the Lamb of God, and the other is the church of the devil. Wherefore whoso belongeth not to the church of the Lamb of God belongeth to that great church, which is the mother of abominations, and she is the whore of all the earth. So clearly, even though it may be called in Jesus' name, it is not Jesus' church if you are not following Jesus' gospel and Jesus' commandments, and the Book of Mormon for the Mormons.